you guys offer solutions based on NVIDIA Spectrum X as well, correct?
That's correct. Yes, we do.
So maybe help us kind of understand, where do you see the value in offering two separate solutions?
No, that's a common question we get. And I think if you rewind maybe a year and a half or so back with this NVIDIA Cisco relationship, the partnership with Secure AI Factory, and then this thinking about the evolution of how NVIDIA collectively, they own the GPU, they own the DPU, they own the NIC, and that those algorithms across the switching are able to kind of look at things collectively as a system. And then being able to, establish that partnership with Cisco and understanding the adaptive routing technology within NVIDIA, the direct data placement, where you can spray traffic across the fabric. And then the NVIDIA NICs have the ability to take that out of order packet and then reassemble it and put it into the memory to get the best JCT. That was the evolution. And we were able to kind of work with that with our silicon, whether it was Cloud Skill or Silicon One. And those were customers wanting that best performance. And then you fast forward it, we started looking at how do we continue this co-developed, co-engineering relationship with NVIDIA and Cisco to give what our customers need when it comes to the buying personas. And I think it's really outcome driven, where you can see now with the NeoClouds, these hyperscalers, there's different operational models. Some hyperscalers, they're Sonic, right? And some NeoClouds may have a little bit of Sonic, but they need a proven and mature network operating system. But I think what really kind of came behind this kind of the need to kind of have this Cisco N9100 that's sitting with the Spectrum X silicon is really taking that technology of the adaptive routing, but putting a stamp of certification. These reference architectures, they're huge. You may hear validated designs, RAs, whether it's a Cisco reference architecture, NVIDIA cloud partner reference architecture, and enterprise reference architecture. These are all pretty much the way to get customers to squeeze the most performance out of those precious GPU investments. And so when you start seeing these RAs take place, and I'll give the NCPRA because I think that's what really the buying personas of the NeoCloud are asking, where I can have that same conversation with the same customer and they'll say, hey, for this AMD GPU kind of rack, we're okay. We just need performance. We don't necessarily need to be NCPRA validated. But if I'm using these NVL72s with GPUs from NVIDIA, I need that NCPRA certification so that we're not building snowflakes. As I look at all the different layers on the stack, I can troubleshoot, I can get the best performance that's been blessed and it's been proven that we've tested internally to make sure that we give the best performance for those customers that want to have the Cisco operational model, the Cisco support, but leveraging the NVIDIA kind of ecosystem. So I think hopefully that'll answer the question and maybe clear any kind of confusions of why we have both offerings within our portfolios.
So a couple things that you brought to mind, Richard. So regarding that tight cooperation and collaboration with NVIDIA on Spectrum X, I think I mentioned this during the event, right? I remember exactly where I was in February 25, walking in the park about a half a mile from my house right here, reading those Cisco press releases on co-developing architectures for Spectrum X with NVIDIA. And I reread them 3 times to make sure, because everybody wants to be the partner of the biggest dog in the room. And I said, yeah, there's something here to really pay attention to. So that this is not just a press release. So, and you guys have proven that out over the last 15, 18 months for sure. I would say, the NeoCloud, the NCP use cases are interesting, or reference architectures. But what I'm hearing directly from NeoCloud providers is those reference architectures don't do everything that we need, and not all NeoCloud providers are the same. So they want that flexibility and composability to handle the mix of use cases that they're going after. So they're not saying the reference architecture is bad. They're saying we need more flexibility, which means I need more silicon choices, and I actually need more operating system choices too. Use NXOS where it makes sense. Use Sonic where it makes sense. Use something else where it makes sense.